Hello, welcome to today's video. Let me take off my glasses. Actually, before that, I have kind of like a treasure chest of crystals that I've collected over the years. It's been a couple years since I've started kind of digging into the metaphysical stuff. Um, and so this feels good. I have a green fluorite crystal. I'm this at least I'm pretty sure is quartz. Ugh, this feels good too. I think this is quartz crystal too. I'm not like so sure, but I think so. For some reason, I have just felt for today's video that I want to mix stuff up and not just read cards, but kind of use my other items that I have for like divination work, um, if you will. One thing I like to do is to just have a random assortment of stuff like in a bowl or whatever and just dig from it and see what comes out. I love those kind of videos myself. Um, the other thing that I wanted to do is to pick through, I want to say three now because I chose three crystals, but three of these clippies, and they have a saying on it. I don't know if it's backwards when you're watching this, to be quite honest, but yeah, and they're all different. They're all kind of uplifting, like messages. So yeah. Excuse me. So we have a couple different colors. We have green, which says kindness is cool. Kindness is cool. And then we have pink, which is I believe in you. And then we have you've got this. It's nice knowing that there's at least someone out there kind of supporting you in what you're doing. Hmm. There was some sort of quote that I was just about to think of, like it was just about to come through when I kind of my mind went somewhere else. Something to do with kindness. Some quote that's like very common. I'm not really sure. Um, yeah. If you are like, if you like kind of seeing what crystals would vibe with you, I would suggest green fluorite for sure. This might not be just quartz. I don't know. I can't tell. And then I really wish I labeled my crystals. I have so many and they all kind of look similar. Not all, but it's hard. Anyway, so this one has like some iron in it or something, like kind of red veins. And then, like, my guess is this is more of a kind of a green hue tint, but it's super like translucent or whatever, translucent. Blah, 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 blah. So, anyway, So I'm gonna just put these right here and then these right here and there. Okay. So I do have my decks right beside me. One day I will go through with y'all on my decks because I have some favorites, not so favorites, unique decks too. So I kind of like sharing them. They're kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, so welcome to the collective message. We're like 5 minutes or so in. I am really excited to do this message because it feels a lot more mature in terms of what the messages have been lately. It feels like you have officially graduated and moved on to a more mature level of understanding and how to use what you have with it. Mm. In the areas of your life where you're like, I wish this, I want to improve this, you have gone to a level of maturing yourself with knowledge that will help you improve your life, that will help you improve to a point where you are able to exit out of the hanged man situation. The Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There's something to do with being able to give to others and also something to do with pride. I'm getting that you felt a lot of resistance in feeling like you are actually prepared enough to make this transition. While you were in, I just heard, all right, I just heard purgatory. Purgatory refinement. Basically, while you were in this type of, if you will, prison, like it's day to day, you don't know when you're able to leave this kind of like lifestyle. What I'm getting is that what before you were hesitating on, now more than anything, you just kind of sit with it and you kind of allow it to just register. I'm getting that you're not as quick to act. Dang. You're not as quick to act when it comes to being as sure that your judgment call is where you want it to be. Because I'm getting that you were perceiving situations in a way where it was a lot more kind of one sided. But in every situation that happens where it's like there's an outside element, it's beyond your control. And so, whatever it is that happens outside of you isn't yours to take on or judge. It is just for you to react in a way of like, I don't know, like safety, but not to put like judgment on others. I know it's like hard too, also, because it's just like, man, if people wound you, if people really hurt you, it hurts a lot, especially because you start to see the world differently. But it's really important to know that everyone sees the world differently. And no matter how hard you try to convince yourself that, like, I can convince this person to change, it's going to be up to them to change. So, what I'm getting is when reacting, now you react in a way more mature, slower paced way. This way, so you can perceive things in more of a present mind than a past influenced mind or like a fear based future mind. When you're in like the present, you're able to perceive things kind of like where you want things to go so that you're able to get the outcome, the win win in this situation, even if it seems like you're not going to be able to get a win win out of it. You will be able to, but it might be you have to let things go too, or stuff like that. But anyway, for some reason, I went on that uh, little TED talk, I guess. King of Swords, a lot more sure. King of Wands and Knight of Cups. I want to see how they fall. I love watching cards fall. That's interesting how the King of Cups, or excuse me, the King of Wands and the Knight of Cups, they are like separating. They are going different distances. My mind just flashed to, is it on here? Oh, yeah, here it is. To the Two of Cups. There's something to do with you trying so hard to still be able to get a win-win out of these situations. This to this is like an opportunity for you to be able to get win-win out of situations where before you might have not been so lucky at. Sometimes luck has to do with how much you know of a situation, and how many opportunities can come from situations. It's really nice knowing how to do things. So, what I'm getting though, we have the Five of Cups. I'm getting that in the past it has been really hard to let go of situations, like you have these emotional attachments with certain events in the past, and when similar events happen, these like emotions that still are like really they're like hurting, they're they feel the pain, these emotions. When similar events happen in the present moment, these emotions start to get ruptured and you start to get kind of triggered and react as though the past is the present. And so, what I see though is you maturing is allowing yourself to take a new direction, a new kind of journey and a frontier where before you weren't able to get like control of your emotions and respond in a way where it's a win-win. Now you're gaining the likelihood that you will be able to gain control of your emotions. The timing, though, of it. So, timing always happens when you're able to fully function in the form that you need to be for whatever it is that you want to achieve, have happen. So, if you want something to have happen quicker, you're going to have to figure out how to get into the right mindset, how to get into the right perception, be open a lot to changing the way that you are now, your lifestyle, the way you think, even people in your life. Um, there's so many things that, anyway. So yeah, for some reason that went through. So we have Justice, we have Two of Swords, and we have Four of Swords. There's something in terms, there's something in terms of you feeling like justice hasn't been served, or that you're acting inspired by justice when that's what's causing a lot of hesitation. I'm getting it's like kind of right before, it's like you're acting in a way where it's right before justice has happened. And when I say justice, I mean it's like you're getting a win win out of it that you think is a win win. Something to do with it already has happened. Being more kind to yourself would really help as well in this. Kind of like allowing yourself to let go the need to judge any situation that is acted from outside of you. I'm getting that there's a lot of this sense of, I'm getting that the hanged person right here, the reason why you're in this energy is because there's been a lot more judgment kind of laid out from you than needed. Um, or more so, it's kind of like widespread judgment. When really what to judge, I want to say like comes from within. But judgment is very interesting because it means that there's something that's bad and good. But when it comes from like judging yourself, I don't know why, but it feels like kind of like, is it your place to call judgment? Or are you able to give rest to this idea that you have to be judgment's right hand person? Because I'm getting that you really wanted your life to be a certain way, but the way you're perceiving things is, it's kind of like based off of past pain where you're judging it as a parent now who's trying to help their child understand how life is, I guess. It feels like today's reading is just so much slower than I have been in the past. And I think it's okay to really change up things. It can be small things, big things. Um, Change up your hairstyle, change up your wardrobe. I'm just thinking of things I would change. But what I'm getting with the reading right now is you're being asked to take a step back from acting on your judgment. Even like, if you can, before you judge, period, taking a step back and seeing what direction you're coming from. Is it the present moment where you know what really matters in terms of focusing on, or is it the past where it's very painful and you're healing from it? yeah, that is the video for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the little extra stuff. Yeah, man, I love fall. I'm excited that fall is right now. I love it. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I will see you in another video. Until next time, um, yeah, I'll see you in another video. Bye.